Hey guys, Adil here. Welcome back to yet another video of Tech Wafer. Hopefully you are having a great time, and in this video I'm going to unbox the realme C17. It's a successor of C series and I guess the most powerful smartphone of the C series as well. Speaking about the core specs, this smartphone carries a 5000 mAh battery with 6 GB of RAM, 13 megapixel primary lens, 6.5 inches full HD panel, and with that it is powered by Snapdragon's 460 chipset. And that's not just all, you are getting 90Hz refresh rate on this smartphone, and it is going to be great for gamers out there. Now without further ado, let's take a look at the box. At the right side you are going to find the realme C17 branding, and at the back these are the core specs mentioned, and it also has 18-watt quick charge support. I forgot to mention it earlier. And now let's take a look inside the box. At the top you will find this flap that carries realme C17's documentation and user guide, and also this gray shade silicone protector as well. And by looking at the silicone protector we can find that this smartphone has a rectangular camera with a fingerprint at the back. And then in the box is our device, the realme C17, and let's open it. There's our device, the realme C17. We'll come back to the device later. Meanwhile, let's power it on, and here we go. We'll talk about its design later on. And then in the box is this 18-watt power adapter that is going to support 18 watts of charging and charge your smartphone a lot faster. We'll test the battery performance for sure in our review video. Then there's this USB Type-C connecting cable, not only to charge but also to transfer data from your smartphone to computer or anywhere else. Summarizing the unboxing experience, you are getting the device, the 18-watt power adapter, USB Type-C connecting cable, the documentation, and the gray silicone protector. And now it is time to jump onto the design of the device, and I'm very excited about that. Okay, so the device is finally set up. Let's have a look at the screen first. Now speaking about the screen size, you are getting 6.5 inches IPS LCD capacitive touchscreen on this smartphone with the screen to body ratio of 82.3%. That is impressive in this price segment especially. And the panel is full HD supported. That means you are getting 720 pixels of resolution on this smartphone, definitely not the 1080 pixels. And with that you are getting 270 pixels per inches density. The front panel is also protected by Corning Gorilla Glass, unspecified version, so I'm not aware of that, but it is a good point in terms of the display. And with that, this smartphone is carrying 90Hz refresh rate support, which is impressive in this price segment especially. The 90Hz refresh rate not only improves our user experience, but it also improves your gaming experience a lot. And we're going to find out how in the gaming section later on. And apart from that, you are getting a punch hole camera right there, and it carries an 8 megapixel sensor with f2.0 aperture, and it is a wide lens. While we are speaking about the display, let's talk about the bezels, and I have found the bezels on the chin to be little. However, the bezels on the rest of the three corners are perfectly aligned, and I don't have to complain about those. And right above the display you are getting the speakers, and I think it is going to be useful for the calling purposes. At the right side of the smartphone you are going to find the power button along with the volume rockers placement, and as far as their ease of use is concerned, let's test that. Speaking about their ease of use, the power button is easily accessible. However, for the volume buttons you will have to shift the hand a little bit, but that is okay. I've mentioned in almost every unboxing video that I prefer volume rockers to be placed on this side because this placement is really convenient. The volume rockers are still accessible even though they are a bit clicky, but that is totally okay considering the price segment this smartphone falls in. On the left side of the smartphone you will find the placement of SIM tray, and let's find out whether or not the smartphone provides a dedicated microSD card slot. And yes, it does. It has a support of dedicated microSD card slot. That means you do not have to sacrifice your SIM to extend your storage, and it is definitely a great thing. And at the bottom of the smartphone you are getting the speaker grill along with USB Type-C connector, a microphone, and a 3.5mm headphone jack. And speaking about the top, you are getting nothing there. And speaking about the top, there's nothing. And speaking about the back of the device, you are getting this glossy finish at the back on the navy blue color, and it definitely provides the navy blue color shade as you can see. And even though the smartphone changes its colors depending on the angle of the light, but it retains the blue shade. And the back provides the shiny effect, and that comes at the cost of fingerprints to be imprinted on the back, just in case you do not want to use the protective case. And now speaking about the camera setup, you are getting a rectangular camera with 13 megapixel sensor with f2.2 aperture, and it is definitely a wide lens. Then there is this 8 megapixel ultra wide lens with f2.2 aperture, and the third lens is a 2 megapixel macro lens, and last but not the least is a 2 megapixel depth sensor, and both comes with f2.4 aperture. And of course you are going to find the LED flash placement right. And of course you are going to find the LEDs placement right along with the camera setup. There's this fingerprint scanner as well. Now that we are done with the design, let's talk a little bit about the software. And realme C17 is carrying Realme's user interface 1.0 running at the top of Android 10.0, which is the latest version so far, and I'm hoping that the Android 11 is also around the corner, so we'll be getting the updates of that in this smartphone as well. And with that, it is powered by 6 GB of RAM, Qualcomm Snapdragon 460 chipset, which is definitely not the best performer in this price segment, and it also has 128 GB of internal storage. And the best part about this smartphone, once again I'd like to mention, is the 90 Hz refresh rate that you are getting in this price segment, and that is exclusive, I guess, for the time being at least. So for the gamers out there, I'm pretty hopeful that this smartphone is going to perform very well, but we're going to make sure that it works properly in our gaming section. And a great thing about the Realme UI is that it not only provides the stock Android experience, but it also has some apps like SMS and the dialer app or the phone dialer app that you can see. These are the Google's stock Android apps that you're getting in this smartphone, and these apps really improve the overall efficiency of the smartphone. And as far as the interface of the camera is concerned, you are getting the photo mode, the video mode, the night mode, and with that you are also getting the portrait mode, and there's this more mode. You can capture the ultra macro shot, record time lapse, then there's this expert and panoramic shot as well. And as far as the video recording capability of this smartphone is concerned, you can record 1080p videos at 30 frames per second. And now you're looking at the camera sample of this smartphone on your screen. Let me know how did you find them in the comment section below. And right after that, we're going to test the gaming performance of this smartphone, so do not skip, watch till the end. Okay, so now that you have seen the gameplay of PUBG on realme C17, I was playing on smooth settings at high frame rates, and you can also play on balanced setting at medium frame rates. As far as the HD is concerned, you cannot play on HD settings because of the Snapdragon's 460. So that is pretty much it about the gaming review. Okay, so that's it about the unboxing as well as the first impression of the realme C17. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below, and also let me know will you buy this smartphone or not. And with that being said, thank you very much for watching. Do not forget to like this video, share it with your friends and family, and also subscribe to Tech Wafer for more fresh content like this. See you in the next one. Peace out.